Hey, we've got a question from a viewer on today's episode. Helen says, my husband just died a few weeks ago, and his first wife is trying to claim that she's entitled to his life insurance money. She feels that it should go to her because he was still paying alimony. But I've been the one paying the premiums for the past 10 years, so I feel that it should go to me. Who is right? We're going to ask financial advisor Frank Oliver coming up next. Frank, sticky situation here. What do you think?
Right? Yeah, this is a tough one. She may be right in her mind that the funds do go to her.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we've run into this a few times where if somebody gets divorced and does not change the beneficiary on that life insurance policy, then by law, the life insurance policy has to pay whoever's name is listed as the primary beneficiary.
So that could be what's going on here.
Could be a pure oversight from the husband that he did not change the name from his first wife to his second wife. So the second wife was paying the premiums for the first wife to receive the benefit, right?
Yeah, it stinks.
So we, in our elite IRA advisor group with Ed Slott, that's the main topic. I shouldn't say it's a main topic, but it's a topic that is talked about every single time where there is beneficiaries.
Okay.
If you get remarried, if somebody passes away, you've got to always check those beneficiaries. We've seen a lot of situations where folks will get an entire estate plan redone, but not change the beneficiaries. Like if they get go through a new marriage or something like that.
Okay.
So they'll change their estate plan, get a new estate plan drafted for the new spouse, but won't change the beneficiaries on their accounts. Maybe they're not guided correctly by the attorney, or life gets in the way and they just don't get around to doing it, or they don't understand they need to do it.
Okay.
And so the estate plan can say that you get the funds, but if your former spouse is on the life insurance policy, she gets the funds.
Okay.
Now, maybe if you want to try to take it to court and find a sympathetic judge to try to overturn this, maybe there's a chance that's a possibility.
But the precedent's kind of been set the other way in the past.
That's exactly right. That's
Okay.
exactly right. I haven't heard of a ruling where a judge will overturn that.
Okay.
But yeah, if that beneficiary was on that application, that's who gets on that beneficiary form. That legally, that's who gets the money.
What about that alimony piece? I mean, does that have any impact at all? Like, let's say the beneficiary forms are correct, but she's claiming that it's because of alimony. That doesn't really matter, you're saying. It's all about the beneficiary.
All about the beneficiary forms,
Okay.
yeah.
So if she's making this claim, then that's what it needs to say on the beneficiary form.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your answer is pretty simple.
It's very simple. Whoever's on the beneficiary form.
So Helen, all hope may not be lost here. Go check the forms.
Right.
And see who's the beneficiary.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Yeah. And hopefully she is the beneficiary,
right?
Especially since she was paying the premium.
Yes.
But
if the ex-wife is, then
it's a very unfortunate situation. If
her claim is legit.
That's right.
If that's the case.
That's right. Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely. So,
all right. One last follow-up to this then.
Okay.
How do you avoid this from happening? I mean, if you're working with an advisor, is this something you guys are checking for regularly?
We ask about beneficiaries on our quarterly reviews.
So not even just one time when you first start working with somebody, but all the time you're talking about it.
We're always reviewing and we're always checking beneficiaries. What if somebody gets married? What if somebody gets divorced? What if there's what if there's birth, right? What if somebody has a child, has a baby, right?
Death in the family.
Death in the family.
Lots of things could influence.
Absolutely.
Adoptions. Who knows what else?
Yeah, there's all kinds of things that can take place. So you always want to make sure the beneficiaries are updated. Yeah, and honestly, some families become distant, which is really unfortunate. But if you don't ask them that question, sometimes the funds will end up going to somebody that, maybe they didn't later on in life want those funds to go that direction. So always really important to review the beneficiaries. Yeah,
it's your money. Yep. You want it to go where you want it to go.
That's
so make the right choices.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there you go. It's not that difficult of a thing to figure out, Helen, in your particular situation, but anybody else that's worried about proper beneficiary designations, just make sure you fill out the forms correctly. And if you're working with a great advisor, they're going to make sure that you're making these right choices along the way.
Right.
So very good. Great question. You can always submit your questions to us. Just go to oliverassetmanagement.com. And of course, you can also have one-on-one conversations with Frank. In fact, if you'd like to set up a complimentary review of your financial plan, look at those beneficiary designations as just a small component of that plan, but then truly look and see how can you get to and through retirement. You can do that all with a complimentary review with Frank Oliver and the team at Oliver Asset Management. Just book your time online. We've got a link in the description of today's show where you can go do that right now. Thanks, Frank. We appreciate the help.
Thank you, Walter.
We'll see you next time.
Have a great day.
Redefine your retirement with Oliver Asset Management. Experience the impact of our time blueprint process. Taxes, income, money, and estate planning. Book a free 30-minute strategy session with Frank Oliver. Propel your retirement goals forward with a strategic plan tailored to your ambitions. Click the link in the description to schedule your free strategy session today.